Alright, hi, this is Jason with RPC Electronics again, and lesson 5 of the Eagle tutorial. And hopefully you've been watching these in succession, so as we're building on this project, it's making more and more sense. That's the best way to do it, is to start with the beginning, because we are obviously building on it. This lesson is going to be kind of short, because I basically just want to add a part, show you how to modify a schematic by adding a part, and then we're going to stop this lesson, and then the next lesson we're going to start on the basic board layout. So the only thing really we need to add to this particular schematic is I would like to add a switch. And I find that in this particular case we're going to want to put a switch to control power to the regulator. We don't want the regulator constantly drawing power, so we want to basically cut it off. And we'll actually add two parts to this schematic. We'll add a diode as well as a switch. We'll put the diode in for reverse polarization, and that basically protects you from hooking it up backwards and blowing out the regulator or the LED. So first thing we'll do, the easiest thing I found to whenever you need to add a part inline, is go ahead and use your delete tool, which is this X here. And I'm going to delete this wire right here, and we need to make a little room, so I'm going to highlight everything by using these what they call the group tool, and then we're going to click the move tool. And then the trick was, if you remember from, I believe it was lesson 2, right click and do a move group. Now we're going to move that entire group over, and we'll move it over right about there, and that'll give us some room to work here. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and grab our diode. So we'll bring up the libraries here, and sometimes when you first open Eagle, it takes a few seconds to read in all the libraries. There we go. And we're going to go down to the diode library, and the diode library is like the LED library, where it actually is named what you're looking for, but a lot of these parts in here are going to be user-defined parts, and a lot of them are going to be specific to certain parts. And in this case, we want to go to just the diode subsection. And as you go through here, you're going to see that there's many choices. And we're just going to go with a basic diode layout here. We'll go with this one, and we're going to go ahead and click this and add it in, and then we'll use our wire tool, and let's go and connect that diode. Next thing we'll do is grab a switch, and you'll find that there are many libraries for switches. But in this case, we're going to go with the ammar switch. These are just some switches that I use a lot, and they've got many flavors of switches. In this case, I'm just going to use this. And here we have a good opportunity to show you a trick. If I rotate this switch, I can do it in obviously in any of these four directions. In this case, we're going to just go ahead and add in right here. Well, that's not really a trick per se, but we can turn that either way. We can even use the mirror tool to turn the switch around, so now it's actually essentially backwards, but we're not going to worry about that in this case. And we're going to use our wire tool, and we're going to connect it into the schematic, or into the circuit I should say. And let's go and use our junction tool, and we'll junction those. Now you may be wondering why I connected these together. These two pins are actually connected internally in this particular switch, but it's not always the case, and sometimes you want them to tie together. And in this particular case, because I know what type of switch we're using, I went ahead and tied them together anyways. And let's go and zoom out to take a look at, and always save often, just in case. So here's our completed schematic, our completed circuit. And in lesson 6, the next lesson, we're going to take this and we are going to create our very first board. So that's it for this one, and we'll see you in lesson 6. Thanks a lot.